Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Thursday the 13th of November. The Public Service Commissioner is pushing for more transparency in background checks for public servants. Sir Brian Roach has released a review of the reference and probity checks into Jevon McSkimming before he was appointed Deputy Police Commissioner in 2023. The IPCA this week put out a report highlighting problematic inaction from senior police over serious allegations against McSkimming. He's now waiting sentencing for having child sexual exploitation and bestiality material on work devices. Roach says the review raised points for improvements and the Commission's reflecting on how his behaviour went unnoticed.
Mr. McSkimming was a devious liar. He manipulated a story that people bought into. That doesn't make it acceptable, and I have to work through that as quickly as I can.
Meanwhile, Transparency International New Zealand head Julie Haggie says this will impact New Zealand's perceived corruption levels, even if it's not necessarily considered corruption.
What I see is a cultural integrity problem at the level of not being able to manage conflict of interest, not being able to recognise when relationships might be interfering with your integrity checks.
Associate Education Minister David Seymour's blaming strike action for poor school attendance. Senior political reporter Azaria Howell has more.
With 1 week to go in Term 3, regular attendance sat at 52.7%. In the last week of term, during the mass strike of teachers, health workers and public servants, that dropped to 50.3%. The ACT leader says the drop in attendance is a disappointing finish, and strikes likely played a significant role.
The government has a target of 80% of students present more than 90% of the term by 2030. The design of websites and apps could be prompting us to overspend. 1 in 3 respondents to a Consumer New Zealand survey say they're spending more than they want to online because of deceptive digital design tactics. Here's business reporter Michael Sergel.
Some shopping websites have hidden fees, pre-ticked boxes for extras, and warnings about products selling out. People trying to cancel subscription services often face hard-to-find buttons, multi-step processes, and messages guilting them into changing their mind. Consumer NZ says other countries are moving to ban the practices, and New Zealand should do the same.
Hopes government changes to prescriptions will free up GPs. People with long-term stable conditions can receive up to 12 months prescriptions from February. It could save them up to $105 a year in GP fees. Health Minister Simeon Brown says it'll reduce the number of routine renewals.
Our doctors are under enormous amount of pressure. They're incredibly busy. We know how long it takes for people to get appointments, which is a big issue that we're addressing.
To sport, the Warriors will meet the defending champion Broncos as part of NRL's Magic Round in Brisbane next year. The two clubs have been pitted against each other in the marquee Sunday fixture on May 17. Josh Hazlewood has been cleared of a hamstring strain, with Australia confident the pace bowler will be fit for the first Ashes cricket test against England starting in 8 days at Perth. And defending champion Yannick Sinner's beaten Alexander Zverev to qualify for the semi-finals at tennis's season-ending ATP finals in Turin. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.